Welcome to Talk of the Town. This is an official podcast from the town of Pinetop-Lakeside to expand upon community topics shared through the Talk of the Town newsletter. Here we will give you more detail, respond to questions, and deliver information about community news and happenings. Hey, it's Rob Hefner, and we're here once again at the town of Pinetop-Lakeside, hanging out in Town Hall, and got some issues coming up here that we want people to understand and give you, right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I've got with me the Director of Community Development, Jeremiah Loyd. How are you, sir?
I'm well.
So we're doing a bunch of different things all at once, and sometimes things happen. People are like going, well, why is that happening? We already addressed it. Why is it going again? And one is this cell tower that went to Planning and Zoning.
Correct. August 24th, I believe.
Okay, August 24th. And Planning and Zoning said, no, they basically
unanimously.
Yes. And then because it's the law, the applicant is allowed to say, well, I want to protest that or whatever that or challenge that. And they put in, what's this technical term?
They appealed within the time frame allotted by Town Code, 10 days. And so it will go forward to the Board of Adjustment.
Okay. Now, the Board of Adjustments is actually the town council members, but they adjourn and then they reconvene as the Board
Correct.
of Adjustments. Okay. That's something they're legally allowed to do.
True.
And they can challenge it for a variety of reasons. Did they state why they were doing it this time, or?
They just wanted to appeal the decision. We listed the different reasons that they made that decision, as far as one of them was that they had a fall zone letter that was stamped by a civil engineer and not a structural engineer that the code requires.
Okay.
And there was other reasons. There was there was a lot of health reasons that were brought forward during the meeting, but those specifically cannot be a determining factor based on FCC regulations.
Yeah, and that's the federal law. It does not allow a town or a municipality to say, no, you can't build it based upon health reasons.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's completely out of your hands or the board's hands or the town council's hands.
Correct.
Okay, so that's why it's back up, and that's why it's coming forward. Now, there was some other information you needed to get. We were going to do it on October 5th. Thank you. I was looking at my watch to figure out what date it was. We're going to push it all the way to November simply because we want them to have the time to be able to respond to some things that you had.
We wanted to look for more information and have an outside consultant, a third-party reviewer, review the document, specifically the RF analysis that dictated that this site specifically is the only one that would work for them. So we're looking at that, and we're also looking at retaining a structural engineer to review the fall zone letter to make the determination whether that is solid enough, their statements that they made in there.
Okay, so if there's any questions, that's why you got it right from Jeremiah. So you heard it from him. Now, there's some other things I guess people have been questioning or want to know more information about regarding community development, and one of them, I believe, was annexation.
Correct. So we're approached by Moonridge Estates, and they requested that we consider annexing them. I told them the process that they would go through. They submitted an annexation, or rather, I submitted an annexation petition, after they made the request, and then that gave them a year to get the signatures. Well, they got the signatures within 6 months.
Oh.
So they came in March, and by August, they had completed the signature count.
Okay.
So they have the number of signatures, and so what we have to do is we have to zone them legally. They can't come into the town with no zoning, and so legally we have to give them the zoning that they already have, or the closest that that we have to the county zoning. The county has it zoned as R110, quarter-acre, single-family residential lots. We're giving it the same designation, just calling it R14. It's basically exactly the same. It's exactly the same as everybody else that's zoned around in that whole subdivision, Moon Ridge and Pinot Ridge. They're all zoned R14, so we're giving them the same designation. So nothing really is going to change other than they'll come into the town and be part of the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. The people in that subdivision can vote in our elections and have a voice.
And just so people understand the zoning difference, that 1.4 versus the 110, it has to do with square foot versus acreage differentiation. So that's why the number is different, and some people were a little confused.
Right. They're both quarter acre, basically.
Yes.
If it's 10,000 square feet or if it's quarter acre lots.
Right. So that's the exact same thing. It's just a differentiation how you're looking at it. Thank goodness we don't have to do a metric system, because that would really confuse everything, right? International. Awesome. Anything else that you want people to know right now?
That's pretty much it for right now. Just if you have any other questions about the annexation or the cell tower, feel free to give me a call here at Town Hall.
Yes, or stop by. That's right here on 325 West White Mountain Boulevard. I'm Rob for the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. Remember, stop in, say hello, and whenever you want, have fun.